I am looking at these photos, which are amazing. And the first photo I'm looking at is the first one that you sent me of the bank of computers that you had set up, your staging area. You had set up, and you guys were
Right.
getting the MacBooks ready to go. My friend James would look at this picture and say, "Oh, there's no way."
Yeah. That's what we said. That's what we said.
Well,
I
that's
kid
the
you
kind of
not.
thing that he does for a living. He's a network manager, and he also does implementation of new technology and computers, laptops, all that kind of stuff. But I am sure that he would be pretty overwhelmed by this picture. Um, you mentioned in your email that you were blowing breakers all the time.
Oh yeah. Oh
This is
yeah.
just
Climbing through the ceiling, dropping, power cords from the next floor up, saying, okay, just pulling from any different circuit
right.
that we could. Yeah, yeah, because that was the only facility at the time that had full power, that
Hmm.
wasn't still down. We couldn't, and those MacBooks are heavy. To have to back up my husband's pickup to the loading dock of that room and 120 at a time and load them up and take them to the high school. It
Oh,
was such a team effort. I tell you what, our volunteers were godsends during that, because we had to have all hands on deck at all times. Our local colleges, Missouri Southern State University, Pittsburgh State University, and Crowder College, man, they sent people on the weekends and the evenings. They just were there for us. And then so I feel like we kind of were able to give back to them. And I'm not
no,
trying
no,
to
no.
jump forward in your story, but the day of distribution, to ask them to be there. And it's more than just ask them to be there because they did so much, but I'm trying to get these kids to see, because I'm a huge proponent of
Yeah.
everybody can go to college. Don't think it's just for certain people. So when these universities were there the day of distribution and they had on their university garb, I'm just trying to attach in the mindset of these kids, oh, I have a laptop. Like college kids carry laptops. I have a laptop. So things like that. But, oh, yeah, getting 2,200 laptops, the volunteers to even unbox them, it
Yeah,
was a tremendous
that's
effort.
one of the things that came to my mind. Oh my God, just opening all these boxes and getting them all set up and you know,
Oh, two
yeah, I think
days.
that's
Oh,
something that people don't
hmm.
think of when they think of right.
I
You
didn't.
just don't you
Yeah.
can't envision
Yeah.
that. The next picture that I have is of two students. I know one was named Chance, and I can't remember the other person's name, but they're receiving their backpacks with their MacBooks inside, and they seem very happy with
Yeah.
that. Uh, I think that, well, were they expecting to get those books, or were they a surprise? Um,
The MacBooks, yeah, we had put it out, Dr. Huff wanted it out there. I will tell you, um, I when we first found out we were going to get the MacBooks, and we had them pre-imaged with a lot of software, but we still had to touch every one of them. It took us about 45 minutes on each, to have them come up in dual boot so they could run Windows on them as well. But when we first were told delivery date would be July 26th, you have to remember, we're still rebuilding our network infrastructure, and that's just a few weeks before school starts. I remember being in a leadership meeting with Dr. Huff, and he looked at me, and I don't know if it was the way he worded it or what, but it's almost like it ended up being reverse psychology, because he said, oh, Tracy, I would never expect your team to have 2,200 laptops ready by the first day of school. I became a 4-year-old and said, "Can so?" And then I had to go to my team and say, "Whoops, I just committed us to have these ready for the first day of school," and they're like, "Well, then we'll have them ready for the first day of school." So little things like that. But yeah, he had put out there, he wanted to give the kids something to look forward to. They've lost their schools. So lots of them had lost their homes. Some had lost siblings. He wanted to give them something. So the faces on those kids, when to get those brand new backpacks with the brand new MacBooks inside of them, it
yeah,
was priceless. It made
sure.
it all
And
worthwhile.
I can imagine maybe that might have contributed to um, your enrollment not dropping as much as was expected. You know,
I have to agree. Dr. Huff has made that
yeah.
comment.
So
Yep.
that's great. And then I also did include a slide where people with a URL where people could go to view other pictures from your website. And there are a lot of great pictures up there of the one-to-one initiative, and then pictures of events that are going on today, just regular events that are going on today, um, in the midst of the rebuilding, and it within unfamiliar buildings and things like that. That life is still going on, and people can still smile. I think there's a Dr. Seuss photo gallery up there right now that looked really, really cute. And I invite anyone who's viewing this screencast to go to your district website and take a look at the photos that are up there. Um, in the meantime, I have a couple of final questions for you. Do you think that the educational mission of the school district has shifted with the influx of so much technology? Do you think, I guess, well, um, there was in the Education Week article, they mentioned a career pathways curriculum emerging from these events. Um, how do you feel that the educational mission of Joplin has changed, or has it? Has it changed at all, or is it always going? Has it always been this way?
I think we've always had a plan, simply because we had strategic planning processes. It just got fast forwarded. Absolutely. The career pathways. You have to remember, not only did we lose our Joplin High School, but a separate building called our Franklin Technology Center. Well, now when we rebuild, we will be combining those, and absolutely we're putting out career pathways, because what we're working toward is our students knowing by their freshman, sophomore year some interests that they have, and in fact, if at all possible, can even leave high school with an associate's degree or some sort of certification, and then they can go straight to the workplace or take that further and go and get their 4-year degree. So absolutely, we're focused on 21st century, what puts them out there and puts them ready. This whole incident from this summer has just fast forwarded the
That's
whole
great.
process for us.
So the future of your district is to continue in that vein, to continue being innovators in education, to uh, put the students' needs, first, and strive toward fulfilling the needs of this next generation of people who are going to be leaders in your community, who are going to contribute to the workforce, and to improving life for everyone. Well, I'm really excited for you, and I'm really excited for your district. I'm so glad to have a chance to talk with you, and to cover the project that you are working on, and to bring it to our readers and our viewers. Thank you so much for joining me today. Do you have any last comments before we leave?
Thank you. I do want to say, we've had so many good thoughts and good comments. I just want to say to any viewer, if you sent one good vibe, one prayer, one good thought our way, we felt it. We felt it this summer. That's what got us through, and I'm very
fantastic, grateful. Fantastic. Traci, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Okay.
And if
Same here.
there's anything I could do for you, please let me know. Okay? Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you,
Have
Heather.
a good day. Thank you. Bye.
You too.